Hi there. Why am I coughing now? Hi there. Welcome to the Overcharge Chatter 2. I'm here with you to recap Summer House Season 11. I think this is one right before, Anyway, why can't I think of stuff when I'm supposed to? Let me start this. Okay, so everybody's getting on the boat ride. And they got to the pier early, so they're taking pictures. They're having fun. It's Mia, Sierra, and no, it's Mia, Jesse. It looks like just a couple of girls there. They're taking pictures, having a good time. So it's time to get on the boat. And the only person that doesn't come to this weekend on this boat trip is Amanda. She stayed in New York. So Mia and Sierra sit around and talk about Wes, and she said, yeah, I really talked to him, and I feel like he's my person. And she said, we really talked, and I cried, and I miss him. So that's how the rest of the day go. They had fun. They drinking, of course, swimming, they paddle boarding, anything you can do in the water, they doing it. Everybody except KJ, because KJ on the boat, and I don't think he's feeling well. So Dara said, maybe you should get in the water. And he was like, nah, I'm good. So, I don't know, somebody called Amanda, or Amanda called them, and she got a problem because she said, I can't believe Wes posted on his Instagram or something that it was the best weekend of his life. And she said, yeah, it would be, because I ain't danced, but before I would think it just being a man to being a man, but now that I know that her and West is fucking, now I'm like, oh, okay, she ain't like that shit. She made her a little bit jealous. So anyway, they start talking, and they say bye or whatever. So she says she gone. You know what she doing? She's somewhere laying down sleep, because every time you talk to Amanda, her ass home sleeping. So Mia and Dara, they discuss KJ. And she told me, yeah, I was a little nervous when I seen you pull him to the side and talk to him. And Mia said, yeah, we just really care about KJ. He's very mature for his age, very sensitive. And Dara, I think that's what she says, one of the things that made her like him. She said, and I didn't want to, once we decided to be girlfriend and boyfriend, I just didn't want to second guess myself or nothing. It just felt right, so I took it. So she said, it's good. They doing good. So it wasn't there and Sierra, they talking on the boat. And he tell her, it was weird without her. It was weird not talking to her, but at the same time, I kind of irritated her. So, I didn't really know what was up. So, then they started talking about, Wes and them start asking Kyle how he's doing without Amanda. And he pretty much say, he don't say this, but this is what he said. I'm doing good. I ain't got nobody here fucking with me about being myself. I ain't irritating her, so I'm having the time of my life. And he said, if it's okay with you, I'm really having a good weekend. I don't want to talk about that. So we hear Sierra say, I wanted to go home. So they turn the boat around, they go home. And back out the house, before they got out the car, you hear Sierra say, boys, empty out the car. She be on that shit with them, bringing them groceries and shit in the house. So we witness Wes hug Sierra for a long time. He be bullshitting, especially since we know he's some dog shit. I mean, she is too, but he is too. He up there holding on to her, knowing he fucking her friend. And he's trying to get him some of her ass this weekend. And I believe they look like, to me, that somewhere during this episode, either during the taping or after, when they went back to New York, while they was there, I think they had sex with each other. I really do. It wouldn't surprise me. But he holding on to her and kissing her on the top of her head and talking about how much she missed him. And it took her 2 years to talk, and he was like, yeah, because I'm stubborn and you are an idiot. So, they laugh, and she happy as fuck. So we got Ben and Sierra laying in the bed talking to Sabrina. And she telling them, then Kyle coming to bed, and she said, Sabrina asked what she missed the weekend, what were they doing, and she telling them about her and Wes talking, and she cried, and he hugged, and she cried, and they missed each other. He said, let's be best friends, and she said, okay. And then Sabrina said, yeah, I know when we was at that girl the other day when I seen him, he said he had, the other weekend when I was at the house, and we was in the kitchen, this motherfucker said he had a crush on you, and then you hear Ben say, Sabrina, no, what I tell you? You don't talk about nothing outside them four walls in my apartment. So they all kind of laughed at it. So you hear, I think it's Dara Howard, dinner's here, so everybody run downstairs because they ordered food. Everybody except KJ. This motherfucker tired. He's still in the bed. He up there asleep. And I like that she didn't go get him. She let him sleep. I thought that was some awesome shit. Because some girls that's real young, girl, let me go see if he wants something to eat. If his ass was hungry, he would get up to get something to eat. Now, if you want to make yourself look good, you make sure these motherfuckers don't eat all the food up, and you make him a plate of all the things you think he like. But, you know, sometimes when they don't feel good, and like when he was on the boat, and he was like, maybe if you get in the water. And he said, no, I don't think that's going to work. She left that shit alone. Motherfuckers, I don't want to swim. She let him be. They get to the house, he upstairs in the bed, he's sleeping. That motherfucker sleep too. And the dinner come, and everybody comes except KJ. So I said, where KJ? I guess she said he's still upstairs asleep. And she let this motherfucker sleep. My girlfriends, I don't know about the ones I don't have none now. I just keep it honest with you. I don't fuck with nobody like that. I would like to, but I ain't really found too many friends like me. I'm just gonna keep it real. And meaning I'm a good ass friend. So, and I ain't one of them good ass friends you keep shitting on. I'm one of them good ass friends. You shit on me one time, I'm out of there. And the reason why I ain't got no real close girlfriends is, okay. So let's go back. I would have girlfriends that would get up. Girl, me go up here and see my man. And, boy, get up. You been asleep all day. Damn, what's the matter? You got a fever? But she let this nigga sleep. I loved it. So anyway, let me get off of that shit. I thought that was an honorable mention. So they sit at the table and they start telling, and Sierra starts telling. I really like Sierra too, no bullshit. And I'm sorry she do this show with all of them. Well, she got some company now, but I just don't like to be. I never mind. So anyway, they started discussing the softball with Kyle, and is it Carl? I'll be mixing the motherfuckers up. I think it's Carl. And Sierra said, you started this shit a year ago, and you can ready to open up this weekend. And he says, yeah, a lot of people came through for him. And he said, you know, he feels so good about this. A lot of people with open hearts and open wallets. Whatever the fuck he said with doing investors, Kyle didn't like it. I told him what my money looked like. And he really do got a problem with me because he be running around here writing emails and shit and telling everybody about how he feel. But when he in my face, he just smiling and grinning. And this is what I said. If you his real good goddamn friend and you know they running around this motherfucker saying some shit about him, he supposed to pull him to the side and say, what's the deal, yo? I'm hearing from West. I'm hearing from Justin. I ain't trying to dumb these motherfuckers out, but they say that, man, you got a problem. And then I wouldn't even pretend that I don't know what the fucking problem is, because I'm sure they filled you in on it. And I'd be like, if you're upset with me about me not putting no money in, is this, is that. And then I would tell him, I don't appreciate you running around, running your how I brought my ass to you. Please do that next time. And we'll see where your relationship goes from there. So anyway, he at the table just shitting himself, and he should be. Because come to find out, I mean, Carl and Kyle close as hell. He telling him he ain't having no sex. Because that's what Kyle went out. Carl went and told everybody. Kyle said, well, told the dudes that they don't really think they're not having sex. So Jesse in the bed laying with Mia and Sierra, he tell him, they talking. They was like, damn, Kyle, like he having a great ass time this weekend. I ain't never seen this motherfucker. I ain't seen him this hype since before he got married. And he having a good time. And me said, yeah, I ain't really know him like that, but this is like the happiest I seen him. And then Jesse said, yeah, he happy because Amanda down here jumping down his damn back. She not riding him heavy. He don't feel like he irritating her, so he feel freedom. So he said, they got some serious problems. She said he said because the rumor mill is they ain't having sex. And Sierra was like, who rumor mill? Who said that? Jesse ain't you ain't had to pinch this motherfucker, sticking with no pen, threatening without not to get dessert with Carl. He just came out and told that shit. So Sierra thought it was laughing. She said no pressure at all. You just snapped, just told her shit. So they all just kind of laugh about it. And now it's time to go to the club with everybody except Ben, Carl, and KJ. KJ still asleep. Carl on the couch sleep, and Ben upstairs on the phone talking to Sabrina. Can I tell y'all something about Sabrina? I don't really like her. She irritating. She like a fucking flower, a 60s flower child. They never came back. Oh, you're so great. You're so wonderful. You're vibe every time I feel. She just irritates the fuck out of me. So it's time to get home now. And Wes is really flirting with Sierra like hard. That's why I think they probably had sex. Because they wound up going upstairs at the same time together. But I don't know. Kyle's in bed. And he texts Amanda. And he said it's just my fucking text thread with her is terrible. He said her shit is like, hi, landed at the house, night. DJ said went fine, good. Just it ain't no, you know, your man, your husband ain't no shit like that. It's like co-worker shit. That's what it looked like. So he said he was surprised that Amanda had got FOMO from the shit, because, you know, she just So anyway, like I said, it took Wes and Sierra 2 years to squash this shit, and like I said, he's still just hugging her and rocking back and forth, and then what the fuck did he be wearing? I don't see how shit. You're a nurse and you're a supermodel. What the fuck does this Wes do? Because he dressed like he working on the farm, and ain't nothing wrong with working on the farm, but he ain't got no pizzazz. It's a regular ass motherfucker to me. I'm just saying. I don't see why the ladies so crazy about him. I used to think he had like a cute personality, but he kind of like an asshole. For real. Especially if they said that shit like, how long am I supposed to go without? How long I gotta be respectful? Whatever the fuck. She wasn't getting over the shit fast enough for you. Okay, motherfucker, if you didn't like her like that and she fell for you, okay. But if she fell for you, it's because you was putting that bullshit out for her to do it. It's time to drive back. It's Sunday, next day. But while they packing and stuff, Dara and KJ talking, and she said he asked her. They is a good. To me, I want their shit to stay together, because I love this. He asked her, how would you say your weekend was, from a 0 to 10 or some shit, and she said it was a 12. She said it was a 10. No, it was a 12. And she said, I will say I was a little bit nervous. Were you nervous about them knowing that we got a title with each other? And he was like, yeah, I was a little bit. And he said, I was real nervous when the girls talked to me. She said, but I need that. That's good. And she said, yeah, that's good, because they will ask the right questions. And he said, yeah. And so what I'm saying, that's good. This motherfucker slept the whole weekend. She don't really get to see him during the week. He slept the whole weekend. He ain't say he was sick. He just kind of slept, because his body was tired. And even still, with him being upstairs asleep, and being on the boat with her, and not really doing no interacting, was still enough for her to be okay. They're going to be okay. They're a real mature couple, because I'm saying my age, you just slept the whole weekend, it would have been a 10. Fucking bitches. Anyway, this is Sierra walk in the room, and Jesse in their pen. She said, dude, I think I seen your slum. And she said, you peeing? I seen your slum. And he just grabbed his bag off the sink and leave. And I said, you know what, Jesse? Even just because we on TV, wash your fucking hands. Even if I didn't wash my hands, that would be a time I would wash my motherfucking hands because I'm on TV. And then when he come out there laughing, she just take. I thought she was going to knock the shit out of him, but she just took the time. Don't touch me with that piss hand. The fuck. So anyway, where we at? Okay. So it's time to go back to the city, and like I said, Mia has said she never seen Kyle that happy on one of their weekends. So we see Sierra meet up with Lioness Amanda, and they sit down and talk. And she said she didn't come this weekend because she kind of felt like she needed a break. She felt like she getting back in that depressive state, and you know she don't have time for it. And she said you really missed a lot because Lindsay and Cole, she said, got engaged. I don't remember saying that. Or married or some shit. And me and Wes made up. And she said, so then Amanda says her and Kyle went to therapy, and the shit that she was spilling to the therapist, you could tell it was making Kyle uncomfortable. She said, and even though it made her uncomfortable, it was her truth, and that's the fuck she was feeling. But it wasn't all your truth. You wouldn't tell her you fucking his friend. I'm just saying. So she said when she was talking when she started talking to the counselor, I said, sorry, that's why I don't understand. You stay home and talk to your goddamn self. I mean, you can go to a therapist, but when I went to a therapist, it took me a minute to figure this shit out. That what do they do? Them motherfuckers that you keep talking about the same shit over and over and over until they hear you say one word. You know what I was thinking? I shouldn't put up with that bullshit. And then the counselor be like, yes, that's a thought to have. You know, they just help you grow out of that, find that fucking trauma and grow out of that. Because when she was sitting there with the counselor, and she was explaining their history of their marriage or their relationship to her, she said this shit is a rom-com without no rom. This shit all comedy. And all she kept saying is how he cheated. He clubbed. He broke up with me. He cheated. He did. And you still married that motherfucker. And now you know. And it ain't gonna be no different. You know why? Because he's still saying everything you hate about this motherfucker that you don't like a man to do, this motherfucker does it. I don't like you drinking. I don't like you in the clubs. You ain't strong enough to resist the sexual prowess of a woman and shit. So you being a DJ in the club, working that time of night and shit. Because trust and believe, people fuck in the daytime too. So he went to be a DJ, and now the DJ paid the bills because Lover Boy make the money. Girl, when you left that fucking counselor, you should have took your ass right to law, to attorney, a divorce one. I was like, so she said she tells Sierra that her and Kyle living in two different phases of their marriage, which I can believe, because if you get cheated on and you don't heal that shit, but you keep, let's get married, let's get engaged. Even though all that shit happened before then, you still holding on to that shit because he still got the same fucking behavior. Yes. So she said, I'm still back there for this motherfucker. I'm pre-marriage with the fucking problems, and he post. So y'all ain't even on, so Sarah said y'all ain't even on the same page. Y'all haven't even discussed how y'all relationship is evolving. So she said maybe y'all should take some time apart and shit. She said maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month or so. She said, yeah, I think that would be good for us. She said, but ain't no way that motherfucker gonna go for it. I wouldn't leave him no choice. He wouldn't go for it. Shit, I'd be living at West House. So we see Bailey meet with Levi. I really like Levi, but she don't get enough camera time to me. Barely get enough. Her voice is, she should do voice for, Bailey should do, I wonder if she can sing. She should do voiceover. She got a weird, it's not weird, it's just peculiar voice. So Bailey gonna have for her, it's her second anniversary of her It Girl. She having the It Girl party event, and only It Girls can come. So they sitting over there going, over that. So anyway, it's time to go to the soft bar and call. So everybody there coming in, even old motherfuckers like Danielle up in there, Lucas up in there, Andreas, I think. There's a lot of motherfuckers up in there. So everybody up in there, even Carl's mother. And Carl's mother come in, she talked to Wes, and she meet Mia. I really like Mia too. I like Mia. And she hugged Wes and she meet Mia and they introduce themselves. And the bar is nice. She should be proud of her son, even though I like the bar. I don't drink, so I wouldn't give a fuck whether it had alcohol or not. I'm just for real. It's just like it's a nice atmosphere, and that motherfucker is popping. This motherfucker said he invited 115 people. I said, you got 115 close friends and work associates. All mine. Maybe I don't even need a whole hand. If I had to throw an event, I would be fucked. I wouldn't have nobody there but my family. Hell, I mean, you gotta talk about driving. You know how black folks do. Girl, everybody driving. We all gonna come down there together. Oh, her car broke. So what's up, man? Fuck it. I'm just saying, I would probably have, I don't know. For real, I might have, it'd be less than 10 people that would show up for an event. Cause something that's a private event for me, I don't got nobody in my life like that. I ain't mad about it. Because what I have found out is when my life was full of motherfuckers, it was full of problems, full of picking up motherfuckers, loaning money, listening to problems. So all of a sudden everybody started fading off. I was good. And the ones that ain't fade off, I cut them off. Slowly but surely. But trust and believe, if I been your friend once, I'm be your friend again. But the type of friends we is now is one and done. Oh, I seen so-and-so. She needed a ride somewhere. I gave it to her. Oh, I remember when y'all used to hang out real tough. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but fuck it, I gave her a ride. Maybe. So anyway, see, but Eric come in and she impressed, and she was like, damn, and I'm impressed too. And she said, this is a great block. This motherfucker stay busy. And he was like, yeah, it's going to be good. So we got Georgina and Lindsay coming, and before they get to the bar, she started talking shit. And Georgina said, I'm going to a bar where I can't have no drink. That's crazy. And we hear Lindsay say, well, it took him 2 years, but he doing something. And it took him that long to get my attention. So here, and then Georgina, they'll get closer to the spot. She said, it look like it's hopping. She can't wait to get in there. So Lindsay says, yeah, let me go to my ex-boyfriend bar that don't sell no alcohol, but he sell $25 fruit juice. It must be some good drinks because, or they got to be like some kind of specialty drinks or something because them motherfuckers was drinking like it had alcohol in it. I'm just keeping it real with you. So anyway, Lindsay come in and she get him a little boo-boo and he happy he get it. He really is happy he there. You know, he said that's one of the reasons that he did the shit, because the pressure of her and the reason, you know, his brother dying. So he kind of celebrating that he living because he didn't watch his brother's life. And I think all the motherfuckers, he got that gene that run through. You know, every family get a gene of something, some kind of substance abuse or some kind of mental shit. You know what I mean. Sometimes when you meet a group of women or women that's related and everybody know them, they sisters and cousins and shit, and they well known for being a bunch of bitches and hoes, it's usually a gene. I'm for real. Some kind of it's not a gene in your DNA. It's like, I think it's called spiritual. Man, let me get back to this damn review. So she bought him a little boo-boo, and she said, I know it's because you like to have something soft to hold. And he said, yeah, I do. So he said, it's cool. I'm glad you came. I'm happy to see you. And he put the band on the bar, and he liked where it's at, so he walked off. So, like I said, everybody came. Andres was there. Carl does a speech, and, you know, I got the bar because of my mom, because of my brother and my parents and their support and thank you. And I went through something. It was a labor of love. And, you know, so the trauma from my brother is what gave me a lot of inspiration. So he keep going on. So he said, actually, what happened was his brother Don actually saved his life. So Carl's mother finally work her way over there to where Lindsay at. And these motherfuckers don't like each other, so I'm glad they didn't get married, because that would have been, ugh. So the mother says, "Oh my goodness, for you to just have a baby, you look spectacular." And she said, "Thank you. Oh, and I love your hair." And the mom just complimented her over the top. So she said, "How's your daughter? Tell me about her." Something. She said, "A little bit like me, slightly mean." So I was like, said, them motherfuckers don't like each other. So she said, "Oh," because the mother had said, that's what the mother got caught on camera saying a couple seasons ago, that Lindsay was mean to her. She was a little mean to her. So Carl interrupts. So Wes and Amanda is talking. And fucking Carl come over and he interrupted. And now, because I know what I know, it really looked like he interrupted their shit. So, they said Lucas in there, Danielle and Andre. And Lindsay tell Kyle that her and Danielle ain't cool because that shit she was saying on the show. You do your little confessionals and you been that motherfucker talking shit. She's like, "I ain't like what she said, ain't nothing that shit sit well with me." So she said, "So our relationship is," so she said, "I ain't about relationships like that anymore." This is what Lindsay said. "I don't want to be with no bitch. Feel like we gotta compete. We gotta, I just don't want to do that. I want it nice and easy." So she eased out of there and she don't get to talk to Danielle. But Kyle tried to run to talk to Danielle before Lindsay leave, and he said she about to leave, and he tell Kyle she mad. Kyle, she mad because of that shit I was saying on them tapes, and I need to make it right. So Kyle said, "Maybe you can catch it now." He said, "Because the longer you take a break from shit like this, the harder it is to try to come back from." And she said, "Yeah, but Lindsay was already out the door when the next time the camera showed her." So Jesse asked Amanda if she was ready for something, and she tells them that West and Sierra and Ben and Sabrina is going out to have drinks. And she said, "So soon?" Amanda, "So soon?" She said, "Well, that sounds like a double date." And she really sound fucking irritated by that. Yeah, Jesse go tell them that Sabrina has suggested that they all three go out together. And Amanda was like, "That shit don't sound like no that sound like a date. And even if it is a date, why I got anything to do with you? You're a whole married fucking woman." Yeah. And West tell everybody, he like to fuck, y'all. I'm a fuck boy. He don't say it. He one of them nice fuck boys, so he don't want to have sex with you no more. But yeah, why you mad about that? So this thing finna fall. It's falling off already online, but I try not to really. I bring in the online shit when the episode is. I don't sit around all day long. Now, unless it's something like breaking, like somebody whoop somebody's ass or something like that. But I usually just bring it back to the show. Because if not, my real interest is in politics. But I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm starting out new, and I don't want to talk about it because ain't nobody gonna like what I say. And my channel can't get grown. My channel can't grow if they cut my ass off. But listen, you was here with me for 28 minutes and 50 seconds, and I love you for it, because you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. And I'll be back. Bye now.